All right, hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Missions Dice Throne. We're going to be playing a playthrough here with Wolverine. In this scenario, we're doing a Sabbath Sentinels, so I'll do a little bit of the reading here on the setup. Something has gone wrong with the Sentinel at the Sentinel factory. Defective units are being mass-produced and attacking innocent bystanders. Rescue as many people as you can and get them into the factory. Oh, then get into the factory. So additional steps can require 4 health on the bystanders. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bystanders. The main objective is defeat the Gamma Sentinel guarding the factory door. Then move all heroes through the exit or defeat all henchmen. Upon completion, if you fulfill the main objective, distribute 4 health and 2 momentum. Each unrescued bystander triggers a failure penalty, then flip the board over. Perfect reward if you rescue all bystanders. Heal an additional 4 and gain 2 more momentum. The bonus objective is rescue all the bystanders before the Sentinels defeat them. Bystanders are not players. They are never targeted by offensive abilities, but can receive damage from the Sentinel Crisis ability. If a bystander is reduced to 0 health or has any henchmen adjacent to them when the heroes exit, they are defeated. The failure penalty is whenever a bystander is defeated, place a defeated tile on it, then discard a card and receive 3 collateral damage. Rescuing the bystander says an undefeated bystander is rescued if all adjacent henchmen are defeated. When rescued, remove all health tokens from them. Put a clear icon on there, and the starting player gets to choose somebody to draw a card. So I'd have to defeat him to rescue this one. I have to defeat this one to rescue that, and I have to defeat both those to rescue this one, and both of these to rescue this one. This one lets me get out the door, so we'll have to see how this works. We've got the Beta Sentinels with 25 health and 3 shields. They, on their roll, will do Inflict Entangled and deal 9 damage. The Alpha Sentinel, the blue one, has 30 health and 2 shields. They have range. They gain shield every time they attack, and they also will inflict burn and deal 5 damage. And the Gamma Sentinel has ranged and will deal 5 undefendable, and then radiation is the unstoppable threat, will deal 3 damage undefendable. So we've got that. Let's roll for the crisis. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we've got a while before that's going to swing around, which is great. We're Wolverine. We have 2 status conditions. We have Alpha and we have Rage. Alpha affects income phase for an opponent, and because the bad guys don't have income phase, we'll basically just get momentum if we ever inflict it. Rage lets us either spend 1 rage and discard a card to get 3 damage. It has an attack modifier, or spend 3 to draw a card. So we got our 2 CP. We start with our 45 health, and we're going to draw our starting hand. Ooh. Okay. Okay, this is going to be huge. Okay, so let's just jump into it. Let's start somewhere. And I think if I clear this out, I save both of them. So that could be a really big deal right at the beginning. So I think maybe we'll do that. We'll come all the way here to get the draw 2. We'll draw 2 cards. We obviously skip our income, so we don't get any CP. But on our main phase, we're going to play Adamantium Claws 2. It replaces this. The damage stays the same, but on a 3 of a kind, we'll heal 3. Alternatively, on a 4 of a kind, we'll heal 4. So that could be really big for us. I think... Oh, this should be back in my deck, because this is from my last... These are from my last attempt. So let me get those shuffled back in. That's my fault. Okay. We're going to spend 2 CP to do Severe Threat 2, which deals 7 damage, and then we can roll 5 dice, and then we have some existing stuff. So let's hit this guy. Okay. So we could keep this and try to reroll that for one of the other symbols. I'd really like to clear their shield, but I don't think I'm going to be able to this turn. So let's just see if we can get to it. Let's reroll this. Okay, so we got a 3 of a kind. So we're going to be able to do 6 damage. It's going to knock off 2 of these. And then we're going to heal because we got 3 of a kind 3. Our maximum health is 55. Okay, so that's done. Let's roll for them. Okay, so the Beta Sentinel won't attack. The Alpha Sentinel will attack. Their attacks are ranged, so they're going to gain a shield. They're going to inflict burn. Burn's going to make us take 2 damage at the beginning of our upkeep phase. They're going to deal 5 damage to us. We have to take the hit because we're not adjacent in its range, so we don't have momentum to stop the hit. Then this guy's going to attack. He's going to deal 5 to us. And then finally, radiation is going to come through. This, we have to take that, which is 3 damage. So just like that, we took 13 damage. Okay, and then we'll move the crisis clock. Our upkeep phase. Oh, no, we don't do that yet. We have to move first. Let's move here to remove a status from ourselves. Get rid of this burn. Then we'll do our upkeep phase. So we'll draw, do this. Okay. So I think we're going to play Feral, which will let us roll a die. And then if it lands on a mask symbol, we'll draw a card and gain 2 rage. Otherwise, we'll just draw a card. So we just draw a card. Okay. All right, let's do our roll here. Okay, let's see what we have. I think I'll keep those 2 and we'll reroll everything else. Okay, interesting. We've got those 3. Do we take this back and re-roll and then try to go for this and heal again? I think that's probably the best case scenario. Okay. So we're going to do that. It's going to give us 4 of a kind, which is going to do 5 damage, which is going to remove this 3 and then knock this down by 2. Actually, let's remove this one here. And then we're going to heal 3 damage again. I think that's all we're going to do this turn. Okay. So we'll roll these. Okay, so he's not active. Oh, okay, so the Beta Sentinel will activate. It's going to inflict Entangled. So Entangled will give us 1 fewer roll attempt. And then we're going to take 9 damage. Do I have something I can do for that? I don't think I do. A chosen player may perform an additional roll attempt for... Okay. So we're going to do our Vengeance, which is going to roll 3. Okay. So on Vengeance, we deal 1 damage back and gain a rage. So he takes a damage. Oh, wrong direction. Then we take 9. And then this hits us for 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. When Crisis Clock moves, we'd have to discard a card. I'm going to discard that, and then we'll begin our turn. We're going to move down here. That's going to let us heal 6. We're going to draw. Okay, I need to hold on to this for sure. We have 1 less roll. Okay. And we're going to hit this guy, obviously. What do we have here? I could possibly go for this. So maybe we go for that. So I'm going to roll again. Oops. Okay, I got it. I only had 2 roll attempts anyway. So we're going to deal 7 damage. And then I'll probably use my rage. So we're going to deal 7 damage and roll 5 dice. So let's roll 5 dice. We do 1 damage times all that, so it's another 4 damage, so it's 11 total, and then this gives us a rage or add 3. I think I'm going to add 3, and we're going to spend the rage to make it another 3 by discarding a card. So it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 damage total, knocking this guy from 22 to 8. Okay, that was actually pretty good, I think. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so we'll roll for the bad guys. Okay, so dude's hitting me for 9. He's going to inflict Entangled. How many Entangled can we have? Okay, it's a 1 stack limit, so he's not going to add any more Entangled, but he's going to hit me for 9. We're going to spend a CP to do not this time to prevent 6 of the damage, and then we'll do our defensive roll. We do 2 damage back to him, so he's down to 6. We take 3 damage, so 1, 2, 3. Then this goes across, and then we take another 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Crisis Clock moves, we lose a CP. Okay, I think I'm going to stay where I am. I think I'm fine being where I am. We'll draw. We'll draw. Oh, this gets removed. Okay, we've got to clear him on this turn. Okay. There's 2 there. That's 6 damage in a card draw. I think we just go for it. That's 6 damage in a card draw. So we'll draw a card. We'll deal 6 damage. And then we'll roll 4 dice. And for every mass, we'll get a rage. So we get 1 rage. He's defeated. So we clear him. And then on this, when they're defeated, we gain 6 momentum. Because it's 3 different spots. Stated right there. So we're going to get 6 momentum off that, which is huge. Then, because these are no longer adjacent to a henchman, we get to rescue them. And rescuing them, let's an undefeated bystander is rescued of all adjacent. When rescued, remove the health tokens, clear them, and draw. I get to draw 2 cards for rescuing each one of them. Okay, so now we have some momentum to play with. I think if I can use this, let's spend 1 momentum for Captain America. Captain America comes in and it says defensive kicker once if your defensive roll is activated, and if it prevents no damage, prevent 2 damage, and we can exhaust to gain 2 shields. So this basically means because I'm never going to prevent damage, I'll get to prevent 2 every time I get to use that. So that's going to be big for us. And then I don't think I'm going to sell anything yet. We'll play this to get 2 CP. And then how many cards do I have? I've got 6 cards, so I'm good in this. I'm good for right now before I have to. I'm good right now before I have to spend anything to, or discard anything to spend. Or whatever, so, okay. So let's roll here. Okay, so this guy would activate, but then he can't because we're not adjacent. We're also not adjacent, so nothing happens this turn, thank goodness. We're going to move. Okay, I got to run down there. So we're going to move here. I'm going to get the 2 CP. We'll draw a card and gain a CP. We'll spend 2 for Vengeful 2. Let's spend 1 for Double Up. 1, 2. We'll spend 1 for 0 for Vegas Baby. We'll roll. We'll gain 2. Oh, we'll gain 3 because it's rounded up. So we'll gain 3 CP there. Again, I think I'm in a decent spot. Maybe we'll just try to hit this guy as hard as we can. So we're going to hit this green Sentinel, this Beta Sentinel again. Remember, I only get 2 roll attempts. So we're going to keep those and roll this. Okay, hold on. We're going to spend 3 CP for Twice as Wild. Change the value of any 2 dice. So 1, 2, 3. Change these both to 6s. Then we're going to activate this. And discard that to make it a total of 15 damage. We'll heal 3. Gain that and deal 12 damage. Damage from this attack can be divided amongst opponents in any way. We're just going to hit this guy for 15. And it's undefendable, so he's just outie with that. That was really nice. And then we got a rage for it for next turn. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we'll roll. Oh, everybody's popping off. So this guy's not hitting. This guy's going to hit for 5. And then we're going to take damage for that. So we're going to take a total of 8 this turn. We move the Crisis Clock. We lose a CP. Okay. So I think I'm going to move here. We'll heal 2. Then I'm going to draw my card. And I'm going to get this. Okay, I've got to clear this guy. So we're going to see if we can do this here. Okay. Unfortunately, if I do this, it just clears his shield. So I've got to figure, I have to basically do Berserk Rage somehow. So do I just go for this heal 3 and clear his shield as much as I can? I think that's probably the best way to go about doing it. And then I buy myself a turn, but this is going to activate and hurt this guy. And then I've got to deal with him hurting that one and killing him. I think I just have to do it. So we're gonna do the 6 damage. We're gonna spend the rage to discard frenzy to make it 9 damage. If this is discarded as a result of spending a rage, gain a rage, so it does 9 damage. It clears this off. We're gonna heal 3 because of the 3 of a kind. That's our go. Yep. Okay. So roll this. Okay. So first off, this guy activates, does 9 damage. He would attack this. We take 9. I don't have a defensive card, do I? Yep, so we're going to take 9 damage, and then we're going to roll 4, and then we'll get to prevent 2 of it, because when if you activated your defensive roll, prevents no damage, then prevent 2 damage. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, on a defensive roll, we're going to do 1 damage back to him, so he's down to 9. We take 9, prevent 2, takes 7. I'm sorry. Yeah, we take 7. Putting us at 19. Then this guy attacks. He gains a shield. We're not at a melee distance, so he's going to inflict the burn. And then he's going to deal 5. We'll do a defensive roll on the 5, but we're going to take that too. We're going to hit him back for... We're going to gain a rage and hit him back for 1, putting that down. And we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Crisis Clock moves. Deal 2 damage to all bystanders within melee range, then deal 5 damage to all heroes within melee range. So 2 damage to this person. And then 5 damage to me, putting me at 9. Oh dear. And I'm about to take 2 off of this burn. Okay. So, our turn. We're going to... I'm going to stay where I am. And then we're going to take 2 damage from the burn. We're going to get our CP and draw a card. Whoops. I need to get rid of this status condition ASAP. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to spend 2 for triple up. So, let's draw 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, nothing to get rid of the burn. Okay. If I spend 2 rage, I can make it. I can get regenerate, remove that, and then deal 9. Which I have that kind of. So let's do that. Let's set ourselves up for that. Okay. So we're gonna do regenerate. It's gonna let us heal 1. We're gonna deal 3 undefendable damage, but I can discard. I can discard both of these rages. Because I can discard more than 1, can't I? Okay. So we're going to spend 1 rage for the modifier to discard recovery. If this card is discarded, result of rage. Roll 2 dice. If we get this, return this to our hand, so it goes back to our hand. Then we discard the other rage. And I'm going to discard that. It's going to make it do 9 damage, so he's gone. This gets removed. You have to tell me. I think that timing is correct, but basically he's gone. So this is this and this. So that's 6 more momentum. Putting us at 11 momentum. Then I think we're going to exhaust him to get 2 shield. And I'm going to spend 2 momentum for Colossus. Good old Colossus deal there. So during your defensive roll, we have defensive kicker once per turn. You may activate your defense ability, and if you have show 2 of a kind symbols, prevent 2 damage, and exhaust plus prevent 6 additional damage. Because I think exhausting, you can do it whenever. Okay. Okay. And we don't have too many cards in our hand, so we're gonna do their turn now. Okay, so this doesn't activate, this doesn't activate, this does 3. Crisis Clock moves. We're gonna take damage if the bystander is not rescued. So I've got to figure out something to do here. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to get that bystander. So let's move over here. We're going to take 3 momentum. 1, 2, 3. We'll draw a card. Get this. Ooh, let's spend 2 for power level 9, 2. We can heal 2. So I need to figure out how to heal a bunch right now. All right, let's roll. Okay, we're going to keep those two and re-roll. I really wanted the adamantium claws to happen. That's my second roll. Can I change? A chosen player may perform that. Change the value of one of your dice to be identical with the value of another one of your dice. I can turn this into a 1. Does me 5 damage to him. Then I can heal 3, which I think may be the move. So we'll do samesies. Turn this into a 1. So then it gives me 4. I deal 5 damage, and then I heal 3. The 5 damage removes that, knocks us down to 2. Knocks it down to 3, sorry. It does 2, knocks it down to 3. Okay, there we go. Okay, and I think that's it. Okay. Okay, so nobody's activating. We'll move this. We were going to roll a die. If it lands on a 1, or if it lands on the 1, 2, or 3, it's going to do 2 damage to all bystanders. And it did not, thank goodness. Okay, whew. But then this guy rolls a dice and deals 1 to all bystanders. So he'll hit both of them for 1. But I'm going to clear this guy and probably let that one go because... Or I got to let both those go, I guess. Because I'm not going to be able to defeat him, I don't think. So we're going to move a space to get a momentum. Then we're going to get our card draw. Remove this. Let's spend the 2 to remove this for bye-bye. So we get our rolls back and we'll roll. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. What do we got here? Oh, can I change something? Change the value to a 6. Unit 2, teammate reroll. Okay, we're going to keep that, and we're going to reroll this. We'll roll it again. Okay, well, he just gave us that. That's fine. So we're going to we're going to deal 6 damage. So he goes down from 33. That loses that. That goes to 7. Then we're going to heal 3. Yeah, and I think that's all we're going to do. Okay. We'll roll this. Okay. So this guy's going to activate. I am not adjacent to him, but I am going to spend a momentum to defend. So he's going to inflict a burn, which is not great. He's going to deal 5. Colossus will help us prevent 2 of it. So let's do our defensive roll. Do I have anything for that defensive roll? I don't think so. Okay. So on our defensive roll, we'll deal 1 damage back, and then we'll gain that. So he takes 2 damage. Then Colossus says once per round, when you activate a defensive ability, if your dice show 2 of a kind symbol, prevent 2 damage. They do. I've got 2 symbols, so I prevent 2 of the damage. He hits me for 5, so 2 prevented plus this prevents all the damage. Then that's it. We'll go to the crisis clock here. We'll roll this. If we land on that, it deals 1 to all bystanders. Doesn't do it. Perfect. Okay. So our go happens. I'm going to stay. Actually, I will move here and take the +2. Okay. Then I'm going to take 2 damage for the my upkeep phase, which is not great. We're going to draw. I'm going to spend this to remove the burn. And then I'm going to roll. I've got like no CP to do anything, but that's okay. Okay. That lets us heal. Actually, I think we'll go with Hunter. It'll let us do 6 damage. I can spend this. So we're going to do Hunter. I'm going to discard this for that effect. So it's going to let us do 6. Oh, hold on. I don't know the timing of this, but we're going to do 6. We're going to do 9. Let's resolve this ability. So we'll roll 2 dice. We get this back to our hand. We're going to spend this. So 9, 10, 11. So it's 11 total. This comes back to our hand. We'll draw a card. And then we'll roll 4 dice. And we gain no rages for that. But we're going to gain 4 dice. Or so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. That removes that and flips that to us. Well, I just flip this over. That's 16 health. Okay. Okay. We'll roll for this. Whoops. This guy's going to activate, so he's going to hit us. We're next to him, so we don't have to deal with the range. He gains a shield. He inflicts burn. And then we're going to do a defensive roll. On our defensive roll, we swing back for 3 damage, so that's going to knock that to 4. We have at least 2 matching symbols to prevent 2, so this prevents all 5 of the damage. And then nothing else happens. We move the crisis clock. Okay. We're going to stay where we are, and then our upkeep phase is going to make us take 2 for the burn. We'll draw. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and discard this and discard this for 2 CP plus spend the 1 that we have for Barrage 2. And then is there any world that I can do 16 damage to this guy? I don't think there is. Okay. We'll keep those 2. We're going to keep those and reroll again. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to go for Berserk Rage. Or maybe at the very least Regenerate. Okay. We're going to do Regenerate. That lets us heal 1. We do 3 undefendable, so he goes down. And then we remove a negative status. Or a status from ourselves. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright. Okay. So this guy activates. He gains another shield. Yeah, we're going to have to let those bystanders go. Sorry. He gains another shield. He inflicts the burn back to us. He deals 5 to us. I'm going to roll my defensive roll, and then we're going to probably have to just prevent all of it with Colossus. So we're going to roll our defensive roll. We do 1 back to him. And then it says if you have if your dice show 2 of a kind symbols, which I don't know if the defensive ability, because this doesn't activate, I don't know that I get this effect. But we're going to exhaust this to prevent 6 damage and not take anything. Because I'm at so low health that I'm going to just prevent it all anyway. Okay, we'll discard a card. We'll discard with this. I think this card here. And then it's going to be our turn. We're going to take... we're going to stay where we are. We're going to take 2 damage. We'll draw our card. Oh, okay. Can I do 12? If I can get this to work, I'll do 12. Okay, that doesn't look like it's even close to 12. We'll keep these. We'll reroll here. The question is, do I keep what I have or try to go for an extra health? I think it does 6 damage, putting him to 6. I heal 3. 1, 2, 3. I think that's all I can do this turn. Okay. We roll this. Oh, hold on. Do I want to get anybody with the momentum? Let's spend a momentum for, or 2 momentum for Hulk. And then we're going to exhaust him to gain a shield. Okay. Okay. Alright. They don't hack. He doesn't do anything. This gives us 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Crisis clock moves. They're gone, so we don't worry about that. Our turn, we stay where we are. We take 2 damage from the burn. And then we take our thing and draw up. We'll spend a momentum for Vision. So Vision has... his attack is range. Remove 1 positive effect status from a target opponent. Deal 7 damage. Exhaust plus, remove 2 additional positive status effects from an opponent, then heal 2 for each damage. Oh, I don't think I want that. Let's get Domino. So Domino's 2. Once per your roll phase, reroll up to 2 of your dice by spending 1 deal, and then we can gain a shield and reroll up to 4 of our dice instead if we exhaust plus, which may end up happening, and I need to get rid of this dim status effect anyway. So let's hit this Sentinel. Try to knock the Sentinel out. So I need to be able to do 6 damage to him. But I'd also like to heal a bunch. So what's the best avenue to heal and do as much damage as possible? I can keep these 2. That lets us heal 2 and get 2 rage. Or if I manage to get 3 of a kind, that's 6 and hits us 4. I think I'm going to go for power level 9 because I just think that that's probably the best thing I can do. Here's another one. We'll reroll 1 more. Okay. Do we want to demodify our dice? I think we'll spend 1 CP to play 6-it, change the value. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's not do that. Let's activate Domino. So we'll spend 1 momentum to reroll up to 2 of our dice. Okay. Then we're going to play 6-it by spending the 1. It changes to a 6. That heals us 2. Gains 2 rage. Inflicts alpha, which gets us a momentum. And then we do 6 damage. He's defeated. So he's gone. That's 6 more momentum, putting us to 14. And then that bystander is saved. Lets us draw a card. And then on my second main phase, I'm going to discard this and my 1 CP for what status effect to remove this. Okay, whew. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Do I try to clear this Sentinel or do I try to leave? And if I leave, we're going to take 6 damage if I leave. And I have to discard a card. So the question is, do I stay back or do I try to take out the Sentinel? He's got a ton of health or a ton of shield. Okay. Okay. So he's going to hit us right now for 5. He's going to gain a shield. He hits us for 5. We do our defensive roll. Which is going to give us a rage and deal 2 damage back to him. We prevent 3 of that damage, so we only take 2. But then we do have the burn status. Okay. Crisis Clock moves. We take... I guess it doesn't really matter if we stay here now, but we'll move over, I guess. It doesn't really matter. But we're going to stay where we're going to do that. We're going to take 2 damage from the burn. We'll draw a card. Okay. So I've really got to get rid of this burn stats, and I've got to heal. All right, let's see what we get here. And I've got to go through a ton of shield off of him. That's a straight up 4 heal, a rage, and a card draw, but I can't get any more rage. So do I keep this and try to go for Berserker Rage? It'll heal me 3. I think I go for... Maybe I go for Regenerate. Okay. Okay, there it is. We're going to get Regenerate. So we're going to heal 1. We're going to... but then if he hits me, I need to be able to defend against it. We're going to use Domino's ability to gain a shield and reroll up to 4 of our dice by spending a momentum. And then I'm going to reroll this. It doesn't really matter. And then we'll do this. So we'll heal the 1. We'll deal 3 undefendable damage. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use 2 of those to discard this and this to make it 9 undefendable damage. If you discard this as a result of rage, get it back. If you discard this as a result of rage, roll 2 dice. On the mask, return this to your hand if no mask heal 2. So we're going to return this to our hand. That does 9 damage. So he goes down to that. And then this gets removed. Okay. Okay, I think that's right. Okay. So there's 5. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. How do I make this work? Select one of your opponent's dice to force them to reroll it. I can make them reroll one of these, but it doesn't really matter. He's going to hit me for 5. I prevent 3 of it. He gives me the burn, so I take 2, and then the burn comes in and kills me. I think I'm dead. Like, I don't think I have a way out of this. Yeah, I don't think I have a way out of this. I think I'm dead. I think I'm, like, legit just dead. Unless... Okay, no, that's an attack modifier, so I can't use that. No, I just think I'm dead. Because he's got 2 blue symbols, and I can force him to reroll one of them, but he's going to get the other one. It's going to deal 5 damage to me. He'll gain a shield. He'll give me the burn. The burn is the problem. Because this will prevent 2 of it. And then the burn, so then I'll take, it'll put me to 2, it'll put me down 1 health. Yeah, that's a bummer. Dang. Well, I think I'm dead. So that's going to be it. I lost. Oh, why didn't I get this on my turn? Hold on. I'm going to do a bit of a mulligan. We're going to mulligan. I'm going to do this. I don't know why I wasn't paying attention. I've got the thing. I'm going to get Wong to heal too. Okay. So I'm going to do that. So, okay. So we're going to resolve this. So he's going to hit me for 5. I'm going to do my defensive roll. It's going to give ourselves a rage and hit him back for 1. Then he hits me for 2 because my shield takes 2 of the damage. He inflicts the burn on me. Nothing happens with this. We go to the crisis clock. I have to discard a card. We'll discard this. And then it's our turn now. So I'm going to move here. It doesn't really matter, but I'm going to move there. We're going to draw. We'll take our 2 damage. And I guess I could have spent 1 to reroll an opponent's die, but that's okay. So I think I can just spend... I can just discard him, right? If I want to get another ally. If you want to recruit another ally, but you have the maximum number, you may discard 1 and put it... Okay, so we're going to discard him to spend 2 to get him. And then once in our main phase, we're going to exhaust to heal 4 and move the crisis clock back. So we're going to heal 4. We're going to move the crisis clock any 2 directions. 1, 2. We'll move back that way. Okay. Okay, I've got to kill this guy. So if I can kill him, I can just like straight up clear him. We win the whole thing. So I have to do 11 damage, and it's got to be undefendable. So really the only way we're going to get around doing this is this or rage. So I'm going to probably just try to do this. Let's refill this. And I recruited my 1 for the turn, so I'm kind of SOL if I can't survive this turn. We're going to keep that. We're going to keep going. Oh. So the question is, do I keep this and try to do this to remove this, heal my 1, and do... I can discard everything and deal... I can win. I can defeat him. Because it's going to be undefendable. So we're going to keep that and re-roll these 2. Oh, hold on. Okay. I think I messed up. Because I'm not going to be able to activate this. So it gives me gain 2 rage and flick this. And then deal 1 undefendable that I can make up to 10 with these. Or... yeah, the burn is a problem, dude. I mean, that's all I can really do. Is levels rising. Gain 2, inflict alpha, which will get me a momentum, and then deal 1 undefendable damage. Which I guess the timing of this, can I spend them? So it says, if you are about to gain rage beyond the stack limit, you may spend them to make room for them, as spending them is an instant action. So we're going to spend 3 rage. And then discard 3 cards. So we're going to discard, we're going to spend 2 rage, sorry. Discard 2 cards. The first card we discard is Frenzy. If this card was discarded as a result of rage, roll 2. Doesn't go back to my hand. Then we'll discard Astonishing Recovery, roll 2. If no things were real, heal 2. So we heal 2. That's going to do a total of 7 damage. Puts this at 4. We'll gain 2 rage. And then we're going to get a momentum because we can't inflict that status. So that's our turn. Okay, we'll roll this. As long as he doesn't hit me, then I think we're in an okay spot. Okay, so he can't hit me. We take 3 damage from this. 1, 2, 3. Great. Okay. Then we move the crisis clock. Our turn comes around. We stay where we are. We do upkeep. We take 2 damage from the burn. Okay. And I just got to hit him with something undefendable, and we're in a good spot. We win. So I got to do regenerate. That's what I'm going to be aiming for. Okay. Let's keep those and re-roll. I have to hit him with something undefendable. Right? Yeah. And I have like no wiggle room because this is all I have in my hand. Okay, we got it. So we're going to do this. We heal 1. We deal 3 damage. I'm going to discard this to make it 6 damage. When this discard was all rage. It does 4 damage instead. That's fine. Then gain rage. This gets removed. He's dead. Oh, thank goodness. Because I was so low of health I couldn't get out. So this is gone. So we've completed the mission, right? Okay, so on completion, so these guys are saved. So we rescue all bystanders. So they're saved, which means I get to draw 2 cards. So there's 1 card drawn. I actually went through my entire deck. And then on completion, we gain 4 momentum and we heal 8. Okay, so we're up to 11 health. And we're maxed out on... Or no, we have... oh, plus I get the momentum for defeating him. So I'm maxed out on momentum. Okay. Oh dear, I'm so scared. Master Mold. Okay. Alright, so we're on to Master Mold now as our big bad guy. We're raged up. Let's fill this in. Oh, I got a lot of health I can go for. Okay, so boss fight. You enter the Sentinel factory to find Master Mold behind the attacks. All humans bear some mutation. All humans must be brought to heal for further study. Starts with 35 health plus 25 for each hero, which is a total of 60. Okay, then we beat him by making his health 0. You win. Okay, and then it says, let's do the crisis clock thing. So 3, 1, 2, 3. He's going to inflict burn on all his defenses. Oh, dude. That is rough. Okay, let's enter in here. We'll get ourselves 5 health. And then we'll draw, get our CP. Okay. We are going to spend some momentum for for Iron Man. So Iron Man gives us range. So that's an attack. If we get 5 of the same symbol, gain a CP, deal 4 undefendable damage, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose 1 to add to your hand, place the rest back in any order. On Exhaust Plus, keep 2 of them instead of 1. Okay. So we've done that. We're going to have to spend... I don't know if we do that first or next. Let's roll, and then yeah, I think we roll first, and then we'll do the spending momentum to attack him. And then he's going to do water ejection, remove one random negative status from your set, which removes it from him. Okay, that's not that big a deal. Okay. I think I'm going to try to go for healing factor. I think maybe it can give us some space. All his attacks are ranged, though, so we're probably going to take a hit no matter what. But we'll go for healing factor. Okay. So we get to heal 4. Draw a card and gain a rage. That's help us with the burn that we're going to deal with at some point. So it's going to end our go. We'll roll for Master Mold. Okay, so he'll do this ability first. It's going to do 12 damage to us. We're going to spend a momentum to not have to take the damage, or not to be able to defend it. So he's going to do 12 to us. Oh, we have to put these on here for crits. So that goes there. That goes there. And then we're going to roll 4 dice. Do 3 damage to him. So 1, 2, 3. We take 12. So we're at 8. Okay, Crisis Clock moves. He removes a negative status. He doesn't have one. Okay, our go. We're going to move over to here. Get myself another 3 health. We're going to draw, get a CP. Okay, let's roll. Do I go for the healing factor again, just for him to do a ton of damage to me? We're going to keep Berserk Rage. We'll keep rolling. We'll keep that, and you know what? We're going to keep this, and we're going to spend this card for our Rage, and I think that's fine. So we're going to keep that for Rage. So that's going to do 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we can roll 5 dice. And we'd spend our momentum for hitting for range. But that's going to do 10, 11, 12, 13. We get a momentum for not being able to flick that. 13. And then I can get another Rage or make it 3 more. So 13, 14, 15, 16 damage. We're going to hit him for 16. On defense, he inflicts burn on us. And then on our second main phase, we're going to play Get Out of Here by spending a CP to remove the burn. Yeah. Okay. His go now. Okay, so he's going to roll this, which will do 12 damage to us. So what we're going to do is we're going to play Helping Hand to select one of our opponent's dice and force them to re-roll it. We're going to have them re-roll this die. Oh, shoot. I think I'm dead. No, you know what? We're going to do twice as wild. We're going to spend all... And it says change the value of any 2 dice. We're going to change that to that. Wait, it says any 2 dice. Do I have to do... I guess I could do this, but then he's going to hit me for 8 damage, and I don't want that. This was this? I changed this one to this way. Wait, I change... Do I have to do both dice? I guess that's the question. Do I have to do both dice? Change the value of any 2 dice. Oh yeah, I turned this to this, and I turned this to this. There we go, duh. So then he doesn't do anything to me. Oh my goodness, I'm like hanging on by a thread here. Then we'll resolve this, which is each hero receives 1 collateral damage for each negative status effect that's been inflicted. They've been inflicted with. I've been inflicted with none, so I take no damage. Our go. Oh, and we have to put these on. So I think this was 3, and then this one was 6, so that's where we put those. So 3 gets 1. 6 gets 1. Okay. We're going to move right in front of him to get the 2. We'll gain 2 health. We'll draw and get our CP. And we've got to just start swinging on this dude. So I'm going to try to get some stuff that's undefendable. Okay. Our undefendable attacks all involve... Okay, we're going to re-roll. There's 2 there. I think we re-roll these and hope for the best. Okay, we're going to do, I guess we'll do this, which is threat level, or severe threat 2. We'll spend one of these to discard Frenzy. I get to get another card, or another Frenzy, or another Rage back. So it's going to do 7, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'll get a Momentum back. And then 14, 15, 16 damage again. So it puts him down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. He's down to 25. Then, doing all that, he'll hit me back with the burn status. Okay. I think that's it. So Master Mold will go. Oh, this is making me nervous. Okay. So Master Mold hits for all this. He'll do here, so his attack is ranged, which I'm in range of, so we won't do that. He'll inflict Entangled, which Entangled, again, prevents me from doing another roll, and then I'll do a defensive roll. And I'll gain 1 Rage and hit him back for 1. Oh, and then on this, I've got to put this on 2 and 6. So there's 2 and there's 6. Okay, then the Crisis Clock moves. It's going to be Tracking Missile, inflict Focus Fire on all heroes, which is this. So for Focus Fire, when a player with this is attacked, it does extra damage. Oh, and I've got to take my 8 damage, so I'm down to 5. I don't think we're making this one out alive, guys. I don't think we are. Okay. So we take 2 from this, which is really unappealing. We are... Oh, I need to move first. Let's move here. No, let's move here first. We remove a negative status. Then I draw my card. Then I don't take my 2 damage, because that's movings before upkeep. So I don't take my 2 damage. Okay. We're going to play double up, so we'll spend a CP to draw 2. Then for... Do I want to get rid of Iron Man, or do I want to... Okay, that's fine. We'll just roll. Okay. I need 5 of the same symbol. Oh dear. Okay, when we spend the range. Oh, it's already ranged, so we don't need to spend anything. So we're going to do this. We gain a CP. We deal 4 undefendable damage, so he's not going to hit us back with the deal. And then I can exhaust plus look at the top 2 cards of our deck and keep 2 of them. So I'm going to keep those 2 and put this back. This gets exhausted. Then on my second main phase, we'll spend 3 here to gain this. On Recruit, we gain a shield. Defensive Kicker, once per round, you may add range to your defensive ability without spending momentum. And Exhaust, prevent all damage from a single incoming attack. Okay, and then we'll play Getting Paid, which will get us 2 more CP. Okay. I think, did I roll 2 times or did I roll 3 times? I can't remember if I rolled more than I was supposed to. This was in my hand, so I'll just play this and just say that I did that. I think that was in my hand from... Because I got these 2, so I'll use this as my 3rd roll attempt. Because I don't know if that I rolled or not, so we'll just keep it that way. Okay. Let's roll here. 1 and 3 get the face downs, so that goes there, that goes there. He attacks for this ability, which will attach another Entangled, which we can take because the stack limit is 2, I believe. No, it's 1. It's 1. Okay, never mind. He hits us for 8. Let's exhaust 2 to get rid of this to prevent all damage from a single attack, so we don't take any damage. Crisis Clock moves, roll a die, and then he'll gain a shield for each one of these things rolled, so he gains 1 shield. Okay. Okay, so our go now. Do I want to move and get this 4 health and just hope I don't get critted? I think we're going to go for it. We're going to go here. I'm going to gain 4 health. We'll take that stack there. And then we'll draw. Okay. Okay, let's spend 1 for Professor X. So once per round during your opponent's roll phase, I can spend 2 to prevent all damage, ignoring all effects from a single incoming attack. That's what we're going to have to do to prevent Master Mold from killing us. Okay, let's roll. I'm going to keep this. Keep those 2 and re-roll everything else. And then I'm going to re-roll everything else because I want Regenerate. Okay, so I didn't get Regenerate. Do I spend 2 to change the die value? I will. I'm going to spend 2 to change the die value to 6. We're going to get Regenerate. Lets us heal 1. And I'm going to spend 1 for the momentum. 1 momentum. So we're going to heal 1. We're going to deal 3 undefendable. I'm going to spend this and this to make that 9 undefendable. We'll discard Recovery. Roll 2 dice on the mass symbol. I'll get to return it to my hand. I don't. Then I roll, discard that. I can make it do 4 damage instead, then gain a Rage. So I do that. Makes it down 10 total. And then I can remove a negative status for myself. Remove that status. No, remove this. Oh, I think I rolled too many times again. But I think I had enough, so it doesn't matter. So I am going to remove this, though, because clearly I can't remember to keep it. So I think I rolled too many times, but ultimately my card effect worked me out. So that's fine. So then we do that. He takes 10 damage because of it being undefendable. His shield doesn't do anything for us or against us. And then Professor X can block a hit. So long as we don't, we can survive this next turn. We're good. And then who knows what goodies I get from this. Okay. So let's roll for Master Mold. He puts it on 2. He puts this on 2 on 5s. So that goes there. Okay, he doesn't hit me with anything. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Crisis Clock will move. Wait, when do I get my stuff? This says roll and then advanced crisis clock. Okay, collect all boost tiles in your space, gain effects from face-up boost tiles. Okay. Wait, if the boss... I would perform a defensive roll, which I don't have one. I didn't have any damage coming in. If boss fight, gain benefits from boost tiles on health dial. Okay, so we're going to gain these benefits now. So I get a card draw. I get to remove a negative status. I get a CP, and I get a momentum. Okay. Okay, and I got transference, which is to move a negative status to another player. Crisis Clock moves, remove 1 negative status from him. He doesn't have it. And then it's our go. We'll move here to get a CP. We'll draw to get our other card. Okay. Let's see if we can take this guy out now. Okay, let's keep that. And we'll roll again. We'll keep that. And change the value of one of your dice to be identical with another one of your dice. Okay, let's roll again. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to... play samesies. So we'll spend a moment or a CP to change this into this, which gives us healing factor. We heal 4, we gain a rage, and we draw a card. Okay. Master Mold will roll. Okay, he puts 2 on 2, which is there. He hits for this ability, which is going to give us an Entangled. We could prevent... We could take 5 damage total, or I can exhaust Professor X and prevent all damage and ignore all effects from the incoming attack, which means I don't get any of it. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to spend 2 momentum to prevent all the damage and ignore all effects, which doesn't give us the entangled. Nice. Okay. Then Crisis Clock moves. Each player gets 1 collateral damage for each negative status token on them. I have no negative status token, so we take no damage. All right, Argo. We're going to move over to here to get this momentum. We'll draw and get a CP. And then we're going to spend 2 for Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler gets us a shield on recruit, and then once per round during your main phase, we can spend 2 to take an additional move on the board and then deal 2 damage, collateral damage to an enemy within melee range, or we can exhaust him to get another shield. So I think we're in a good spot, so we're going to wait to do that. So let's roll. Let's keep this. I can change one of my dice to a 6. Okay, we'll keep those. Okay, come on. Come on, buddy. Okay, that's fine. We're going to do 6-it as one of our deals. We can change this to a 6. Let's just do power level 9. We heal 2. We gain 2 rage. I'm going to spend these 2 for 2 rage. So this gets discarded and this gets discarded. Then if that gets discarded as a result of rage, get 1 back. That makes it, we get a rage back and get a momentum. And then we deal 3, 6, 12. We do 12 damage total. Master Mold's gone. Holy cow. Okay, assuming I played all of the rules on that right, we won the game. Barely. We were hanging on by a thread for our life for that health there. But that's going to be a playthrough. We barely got through all that. But yeah, hopefully I got the timing of that right, and I could spend it says an instant action, so I'd assume we can spend more than 1. So okay, yeah, I think that's it. I think we're good. So that's going to be it for today. Let me know what you guys think. We'll be doing another playthrough here shortly, and then if you guys want to see some more in the future, feel free to comment any particular setups you guys want to see or any particular heroes or scenarios. But I'll be more than happy to do that. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.